Hello everyone, Space Toyster here, and welcome to my Golden Deer playthrough of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Since the story isn't as important for this route, being a copy and paste of the Beagle's Silver Snow route, I figured I'd have some fun with it. So, rather than going through the game all normal-like, I'll be showing just the chapters while commenting like an announcer at a sporting event for Jits and Shiggles. Also, to make things more interesting, a few friends and I are doing this playthrough as a draft. So, rather than having the full roster available to use, I'll only be using the units that I picked when we were drafting, who I will reveal as they become available to me during this playthrough. When it comes to undrafted units, they aren't allowed to go into combat, with a few exceptions, and I'm only allowed to recruit the units I drafted. Undrafted units are allowed to train Byleth, since our options are quite limited, but can't be used for anything else, except in Chapter 13. We'll get to that one much later. Also, for some paralogs, if they require 2 units, one of which I drafted, then I'm allowed to grab them both. For example, Ferdinand and Lysithea have a paralog that requires both of them, so if I only drafted Lysithea, I could grab Ferdinand as well to unlock the paralog, but he's not allowed to do things otherwise. As for how I'm going to release this series, since I've been a lot busier lately, my intention is to work on it slowly and release each part as I finish them. So this won't be made available very frequently, but I'll do my best to get it out as quickly as possible for those of you who'd like to watch it. As for the difficulty settings, I put it on Filthy Casual mode on Maddening. The Filthy Casual mode is just because I don't like to reset in the early chapters when I can't use Divine Pulse, although there is one instance where I would have lost one of my drafted units if I had been on Classic, but I'm not gonna let that bother me. Hopefully it's still enjoyable to watch even knowing that I'm a filthy casual. Anyway, one last thing to bring up as an addendum is that I recently hit 100 subscribers, and I wanted to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for that. I really appreciate everyone subscribing, and I hope that the content I have produced and will hopefully continue to produce will be very good will be very entertaining for you. Alright, so with all of that out of the way, let's jump into Chapter 1.
So, this is the stage for the mock battle. The command's all yours, Teach.
I'm sure you already understand, but the house that defeats the other two is declared the winner. Incidentally, I'll be overseeing this mock battle, so listen well if you want to win.
Well, thank you for that introduction, handsome stranger, and you may call me Space Toyster. I will be your announcer for this school year. As always, these students have been divided into their 3 houses, the Black Eagles being taught by Professor Manuela and headed by Edelgard von Hresvelg, and of course the Blue Lions headed by Hanuman and being led by Dimitri Bladed. But this year we will be following the Golden Deer with their new teacher, Easy Rum! I've heard her name is important, but I haven't figured out why. If you know, you let me know. I am very curious. Anyway, Easy Rum's hobbies include talking to all the locals and picking them up, and mentioning that she's been kidnapped and is being forced to fight against her will. Ha, what a prankster. The house leader for the Golden Deer this year is none other than Claude Von Regan. Claude here likes to talk about playing pranks on people, but I have personally never seen him play a prank on anybody. He is quite gifted in archery and says that he's always wanted to ride a dragon, although I've heard that can be quite uncomfortable since they can be well endowed. I kid, he'll do just fine. Joining them for this battle is none other than Marianne von Edmund. This shy young lady has a lot to say. Well, actually, she really doesn't. She usually keeps to herself and doesn't say much of anything. But I see that this young lady has a lot of potential. She's definitely someone to keep an eye on, folks. I imagine she's going to show us some great things this year. Actually, I think this semester... I think this school year is gonna last for 2 years, or this coverage, I should say. Lastly, for now, we have Raphael Kirsten. Raphael's hobbies include training and eating so he can train, and training so he can eat. Aha! But don't let that stop you. This big, lovable guy is a great person to be around, and he is going to no doubt be an asset to his fellow Golden Deers. He is also quite gifted at brawling and handling an axe. We'll definitely get to see a lot of both of those as we go forward. Now then, let's see what Easy Rome's first move is. Although it looks like she's going to be ganged up on by the 2 other houses. That doesn't seem fair to me. And these students seem to be completely outclassed by their rivals. They're going to have to use some brilliant strategy if they don't want to end up like Bambi's mother. Alright, let's see how things go.
I will fight on the front lines. I can stop the enemy's advance with grace.
Do you have Lady Edelgard's permission to... I suppose I've no choice but to provide cover.
Thank you, Hubert. We are off to a terrible start.
Ash, can you move to the front lines? I want to lure the enemy this way.
Got it, Your Highness. Leave it to me.
Once you finish preparing, make your move. Dedue, Mercedes, keep our enemy occupied until then. I'm on it.
Oh my. We'll try our best.
Huh. Well, that was a weird cut. Maybe this audio is flawed in a bit, or not audio, this video is flawed in a way. Of course the audio isn't flawed, you have me! But oh no, it looks like the Golden Deer are already in a tough spot. They have 2 difficult adversaries to take down between the 4 of them, with another on their way. Vlad's of course going to take advantage of his curved shot. As a, starting archer, he is quite talented with it.
Life doesn't always go as planned.
The curved shot combat art is available to anyone with at least a D rank in archery. Oh, but poor little Marianne, it doesn't seem like she is quite capable of bringing home the bacon, as it were. Very, very tricky indeed. They can't very well leave both of these people alive. That's definitely not going to work. Ooh, and just a bit stronger, but no cigar. And if Raphael attacks up close, he'll get clipped by Hubert. They're going to have to make things very interesting. Oh! What a brilliant maneuver!
Should have trained better.
Sorry, I didn't mean to skip that, folks. But Raphael Kirsten took advantage of his unique combat art. Well, not unique. The fading blow combat art that any master of the fist can use.
Sorry.
With fading blow, he not only dealt damage, but as you can see, he moved back a space, allowing him to safely avoid being hit by Hubert.
You are performing as expected, Professor. We will have to face you with our full might.
Oh, but Claude getting attacked there must not be a good sign. He can't counterattack with a bow up close. Yet. Ooh, and Raphael, he might be able to deal some decent damage to Hubert, but if they can't take out Ferdinand von Aegir, then it's useless. Wonder what brilliant plan Easy Rum will come up with to deal with this threat. Ooh, another curved shot with the bow, but up so close. You didn't really need to do that, except for a little bit of extra damage. I'm
the son of House Iron.
each battle a chance to grow.
Oh, sorry folks, didn't mean to skip that one. I guess it wasn't important. Although now we're in another tricky situation.
Thanks for that.
Even with the healing that young Marianne has provided, Hubert is still likely able to take down Claude. Oh! But by positioning Raphael just right, Hubert can't reach the crafty archer. Brilliant! Well, they might be outnumbered and outclassed, but these deers are definitely bringing in... Yeah, sorry folks, I'm losing my train of thought. They might be outmatched and outclassed, or outnumbered and outclassed, but these deers are definitely putting up a brilliant fight. I would expect nothing less from a strategist by the renowned name of Easy Rum.
Professor is rather strong. I suppose I'll have to call it a day.
As
And
expected.
finally, my cameraman cooperated with me and didn't skip things.
Another step forward.
Alright, folks, let's see what Easy Rum's next move is gonna be. Although I must admit to disappointment, the other classes don't seem to be in their uniforms.
We will use the forest to ambush our enemy. Everyone, I am counting on your support.
Well, I guess...
They're waiting in the forest. We do well to take a detour.
Yeah, these strangers are so rude, constantly interrupting me. Anyway, Easy Rum has it easy, I suppose, in that her enemies are giving away their plans. Anyone can figure anything out if your opponent's constantly wagging their mouths, or whatever the right phrase is.
Sorry.
Poor Marianne, though, she probably feels like such a dead weight without being able to get kills herself. Well, not kills. This is, of course, a school. These students are in no danger whatsoever. No. But without being able to land some knockouts herself, she's probably just dead weight here. She can't really contribute too much without being able to make sure the enemies are down and out. Healing is only as useful as you make it. Alright, but it looks like Easy Rum decided to take the long way around and finish off the Beagles! Ooh, looks like Claude's taking advantage of his 3 range. Although with her enemy in a forest and him attacking from that range, he can't hit her properly. If it wasn't the forest alone, then the range would have definitely done him in, since the farther away you are, the tougher it is to hit. Alright, but it looks like Claude's going for it again. He was happy to lure them out. Oh, and one thing I keep forgetting to mention is that Raphael, with his proficiency in fisting, he is always going to be able to hit at least twice. Or when he uses a regular attack, he will be attacking twice in a row, right before the enemy can do anything. Definitely making him...
My. The new professor seems very capable.
It'll make him an asset on the battlefield, as long as he has the strength to make up for his weaknesses. Alright, and it looks like Raphael and Marianne are in the perfect position to provide what little support they can for Claude and Easy Rum. After all, you want to be very careful when dealing with the heir to the Adrastian Empire. Ooh, although putting Raphael so close to
It seems we're
Edelgard.
surrounded. At a time like this, our only option is to cut a path through.
I don't know why she decided to do nothing there, but whatever. It's a
Look at that, a real-life princess. I'll have to be careful not to scar that little face of yours.
Careful, Claude. I'll win no matter what, but you're only making things harder for yourself.
Losing hasn't even crossed your mind, has it? Ooh, this'll be a bit of a shock then.
To shock was your intention to begin with, was it not?
But it looks like Edelgard's mistake is one that Claude intends to capitalize on. One thing I forgot to mention is that Claude has the Crest of Regan. With this crest, he will occasionally recover some hit points whenever he uses a combat art. So I wonder what Easy Rum's plan is here. She can't seriously assume that Edelgard will be satisfied with just going for her.
There can be no victory unless I defeat you. So be it.
Well, look at me being proven wrong. But that's always a good strategy, I suppose. Draw the enemy out and face them on your terms, never on theirs. If you can avoid it, naturally. Looks like Easy Rum wants to allow Raphael to deal some damage, but he's going to have a tough time of it. Maybe the lovely Marianne can help out.
Thank you.
Now, that was her last heal spell if I counted them correctly. Alright, and let's get that clear. Although, it looks like Raphael's going for his fading blow. Guaranteed hit.
Huh. Ugh.
Forced to retreat. Well, things will only get tougher from here on out.
Alright, with Edelgard down, it is time to move on and finish off the Beagles by taking out their instructor, the lovely Manuela. Keep in mind, folks, that not only is she an instructor, but she's also a songstress, a physician, and available. I'm certain there will be many a lovely suitor waiting at her doorstep. Ooh, and it looks like Easy Rum's deciding to use Marianne as bait. With her high resistance, she will be able to deal with the magically inclined Manuela, no problem. And with Raphael and Claude in position, they can take her out no problem. Alright, let's see how they do, folks. Alright, still got a ways to go, and of course you must be careful when dealing with someone using a spell like Nosferatu. Since Nosferatu will restore the wielder heal the wielder when they deal damage to their opponent. I don't know why I can't talk properly today, folks. I guess it's just been a long day.
Well done. I nearly wound up a patient in my own infirmary.
Oh, lovely. Raphael punched the wonderful woman.
So, you've made it past Manuela, eh? I see now I must focus and then make my move.
It looks like Hanuman the Crest Scholar is getting serious now.
Beautiful work, Professor. But the true challenge starts now.
Well, it looks like the Blue Lions have been angered for some odd reason. You think they would be happy to know that they have one less competitor to deal with? Alright, well, are the Golden Deer going to meet the Blue Lions in battle? Considering they took down Ash at the start, they are now on even numbers, but they are still outclassed. But it looks like Easy Rum's strategy is to retreat. And wait, she has extra medicine on her? Is that fair? Is that in the rules? No one gave me a copy of the rules. I don't know what these rules are. Doesn't matter. I suppose since they're so outclassed, they do need a way to defeat their opponents. Looks like Claude is going to engage the lovely Mercedes. Mercedes isn't going to be too much of a danger on her own. Since she's so weak and using a bow, she's not going to deal that much damage to most people. So there's not much to worry about with her. But Dedue, on the other hand, this strong, tall, dark, and handsome young man, he will get a defense boost if he does nothing but wait for a turn. So if Easy Rum doesn't have a way to encourage him to do something else, then they're going to have a tricky time dealing with this handsome lad. But it looks like Easy Rum's going to use herself as bait. Perhaps her plan is to weaken Dedue so that way Marianne can use her magic against him. Although the Nosferatu spell is weak, and she isn't very strong, as you have seen. Alright, with Mercedes and Dedue weakened, it's time to take them both down. Although you should probably focus... yes, that's right, Easy Rum. Focus on the bigger threat. Alright, so let's see what her plan is. 9 damage from Marianne with her magic. Very helpful. And what's this? She's trading the bow back to Easy Rum before attacking. What is the play going to be this time? Oh, brilliant move, brilliant move. Trading the bow to Easy Rum before attacking allows Raphael to grab it and use it himself. But it's not quite enough. They're going to need Claude's help to get a victory against this monstrous man. And he's all too happy to oblige. And one more attack for the win!
Apologies, Your Highness. I can go no further.
Should I have held back?
Easy Rum seems to have a crest herself, although I have no idea what it is at this point. Hanuman has been looking into it, and hopefully once she knows what it is, she will be able to do something with it. Or use it more effectively. And poor Marianne was targeted by the bloodthirsty Mercedes, since she's using magic and Mercedes has such high defense, or resistance.
Better be careful.
There isn't much the lovely little blue-haired lady can do. Alright, and it looks like Easy Rum is being as cautious as she can, checking how much damage she can do with all her various options with her students. But it doesn't look like she'll have an easy time taking Dimitri down, and if she can't pull that off, then Dimitri will likely take her. Can the Golden Deer pull off a victory? Well, 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 looks like Raphael's getting this party started.
Psst, your princeliness. You got a thing for Edelgard, right? Come on, fess up, you'll feel better.
Claude, please. This is no time for idle banter. Your defenses are wide open.
That didn't get to him, huh? What a shame. I'll find a better way to ruffle him up next time.
Well, 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 Claude, you actually played a prank on somebody.
I've reached the...
Not a very good one, I must admit. Oh, and Marianne even chipped in a little bit. Hopefully they won't regret that decision.
You're a tough opponent, but I refuse to yield. Do not fool yourself into believing I will hold back.
Never hold back, young princeling.
I'm not setting a very good example.
My training was insufficient. I am so sorry, everyone. The rest is up to you.
And that's the House Leader down. Easily the deadliest student for the Blue Lions.
I'm sorry. I wasn't able to help.
Now that's all right, Marianne. Take a break and recover in the infirmary. You will be duly compensated for your brave efforts on the battlefield. Well, I'm not sure compensated is the right word, but these lovely students are going to learn to be the best fighters in all of Fodlan.
Oh no. This is as far as I can go.
And now that crazy Mercedes is down,
It seems I've exhausted this topic.
all that's left is to defeat the Crest Scholar Hanuman. He has a known penchant for being able to deal more damage than what initially appears. Or so I've been told. Let's see if Easy Rum and her remaining 2 students can deal with the Crest Scholar himself. Oh, and Claude Von Regan, he forgot to keep himself topped off in tip-top shape. I'm sure he'll remember to do it this time. And with a new bow, he's ready to use the rest of the arrows in his quiver to take down our Crest Scholar. What an upset! Who would have expected the underdogs to not only deal with being outnumbered, but outmatched? They're in a good position to win, but if they're not careful with dealing with Hanuman, then they could be out. And then the Blue Lions will have turned this thing around. Alright, well, it looks like Easy Rum wants to check some statistics. Let's see here. Although she's not very good at math, neither am I, folks. I have no idea what Hanuman's stats would look like if he decided to use wind instead of Sagittae. But hopefully Raphael can survive it if he's equipped with his bow. He will only have 2 attack speed, so he might get doubled if Hanuman gets too much faster. In order to double, you need an attack speed difference of 4. You must be 4 points faster than your opponent, and it looks like Raphael is in that range. But with his gauntlets equipped, he should be fine. Yes, so Easy Rum should have the assistance of her lovable beefcake. Alright, the bait worked. Hanuman took it, and for some odd reason he didn't attack. Or, for some odd reason he did not deal any more damage than expected.
Good to go.
Raphael can't quite deal enough damage, but maybe if he does attack into Hanuman, he can get the win for his class. But it looks like Easy Rum's not going to take that chance. She's going for the win personally.
My goodness. The leadership of someone with actual battle experience is, well, I was as good as useless.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Alright, and that'll do it, folks. The winners. Oh, well, I guess
All right,
there's...
That's that. The winner of this mock battle is the Golden Deer House.
Way to steal my line.
Even if it's just a mock battle, the taste of victory is sugary sweet.
And the MVP for this map is Easy Rum! Alright, that'll do it here, folks. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you all next time.